Good morning, televiewers. Many thanks for joining us on the last edition of In the House. It's Friday, the 20th day of August 2021. It's with greater pleasure that we are here to tackle one or another societal ill this beautiful day. And yeah, today is Friday and I'm excited. Why am I excited? Not only because this weekend, but because we'll definitely talk about relationships on the show this morning. Yes, to save maybe one broken relationship out there, give one or two of you advice, listen to you as well, because your inputs also help us, the panelists, and every other televiewer out there to know how to go about managing with affairs of their relationships. No one knows it all. Even those who have been there for decades upon decades, they still have their own flaws. So join the conversation on our Facebook page. The handle is My Media Prime Television. You can drop a comment there, a WhatsApp message, or an SMS through the number that will be displayed in a while on your screen. So today we ask the question, who should apologize first after an argument in a relationship or a fight in a relationship? Okay. Who should apologize first after a fight, an argument, a squabble in a relationship? Do you think it should be the man? It should be the woman, the one who caused the fight, the one who was wrong, or the one who was not wrong? I don't know where we should take it to, where we should start, but we would love to hear from you this beautiful day. We have Gwladys Bomotonguina in the house. Good morning, Gwladys.
Good morning, Eileen.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay. It's a weekend. You are the one who make me to laugh.
Aduka, it's good to laugh.
Yeah, I was busy writing, and then I just felt my name. I was like, okay, let me just sit
you
right.
Look good. I love the eyes.
Thank you very much. Though the viewers are not already seeing the eyes.
That's seen. I think they're seeing. Yeah.
No, I think that they should zoom a bit.
Yeah.
Ok, bonjour à toutes les autres panélistes et bonjour à vous qui nous regardez à la maison. Aujourd'hui, effectivement, on parle de relations, on parle d'amour, on parle de couple, et je sais que vous êtes excités, oui, parce que le sujet d'aujourd'hui, il est quand même, comment je vais dire ça, il est quand même, il laisse à désirer. On se pose la question de savoir qui doit demander pardon dans une relation, en premier lieu, après une dispute.
Oui.
Qui doit demander pardon dans une relation après une dispute? Est-ce que toi, tu penses que c'est l'homme qui doit toujours demander pardon, ou bien c'est toujours la femme qui doit demander pardon, ou alors c'est celui qui a tort qui doit demander pardon, ou bien c'est celui qui a raison qui doit demander pardon? De toutes les façons, on en parle sur ce plateau et envoyez-nous vos réactions, vos points de vue. C'est très important.
Très, très important. Restez scotchés pour 1h32. Envoyez votre participation en français. On va toutes les lire sur cette plateforme. Bonjour à tous les Africains qui suivent le programme In the House chaque jour du semaine. On a aussi Madame Nora Kebei en studio avec nous. Bonjour Nora, comment tu vas?
Ça va très bien, Eileen.
I was like, why is this woman serious at that?
Yeah,
she was preparing.
Because I wanted to enter with the French. I wanted to enter with the French language, you know.
Comment tu te portes ce matin?
Je me porte très bien, comme c'est le week-end, on est en haut là. On est très excités. Hooray, c'est le week-end. Thank you for the jingle.
Okay.
Good morning, televiewers. Good morning, beautiful ladies on set. Friends, good morning, televiewers, and thanks for watching My Media Prime this morning, for choosing it's In the House, and thank you for choosing this this is your favorite talk show program, and thank you for choosing this program and ride with us. It's a 1 hour 30 minutes program full of fun, entertainment, and education. Of course, you're not going to miss it. If you're a first-time viewer of this program, just stay glued to your TV set, and if you're just if you're a regular viewer, of course, you know how it rolls here. Good. You know how it rolls here. We don't disappoint, and it's 100% interactive, of course, with your contributions and us build the society and make it a better place. Go to our Facebook page, comment, like, and share.
Thank you very much, Nora. You said it all. Dolly Ngonde is in the building with us. Yes, she's sparkling this morning. I just love everything she is putting on. Good morning, Dolly.
Good morning, Eileen.
How are you doing? Are you okay? There's a lot of laughter on set this morning.
Bonjour, chef.
Okay.
Bonjour, chef. Eileen, mon commandant.
You know,
Tu as vu ça?
Yes.
5 stars. The 5 stars.
When we sat here, I almost wanted to say, you look like you have the police look this morning. You have the look of a police woman this morning. I was like, wow.
When I was putting on this outfit, I was just like, I'm just waiting for somebody to say Commandant Zabra. And Dolly had it in my mind.
No, the only thing you learn there are the stars. No, we don't know the commandant you have.
Bonjour mon commandant.
Bonjour chérie.
Comment tu vas?
Je vais très bien.
C'est pas normal pour demander le commandant. Tu le connais que c'est demande-moi. Ça va bien? Oui, commandant. Repos, ça va comme ça. Hello, good morning. Good morning and welcome. It's Friday and it's in the house. That's the phone on the platform. My God, I hardly get serious on Fridays. So, ladies and gentlemen, once more, you're welcome. If you're just joining us, it's in the house where the heart of fun time is filled. And I bet you will not regret if you stick with us from the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. I mean, it's quite, it's quite hilarious, you see. Cameroon itself is at a point in time where we just have to keep on laughing. What do they say? They say, laugh to forget your sorrows. Yeah. So that's exactly what we are encouraging you to do, because laughter is part of the healing process. Serious. Yeah, of course.
If you take life too serious,
you want to die.
Rigid and you die before your appointed time.
So like they always say,
it's true that certain things may make you to feel bad, but after that, snap out of it.
In fact,
crazy.
Don't even give it a chance, for anything to make you feel depressed, to feel, it's true that emotions may be there, but see, just tune to any laughing and juggling
challenges in our lives.
That's right.
Exactly.
No,
So
pretend like
welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You enjoy it. Just wait. Mon commandant, je me respecte.
I hope the viewers can see you now and know why we call you Commandant on set.
Commandant Zabrat.
That's in the house for you. We crack a lot of jokes and we make you laugh, because we know that life itself is already a huge burden for most people. Smiling could really be hard for you. We just want to infect you with this positive vibe. We are all about, best of anything that can happen to anyone. I would love to spread that love, that show of ambience to you all. When it's Friday, the energies are always extra in the studio, though we are a little bit, worn out from the week's work, but we always have time to laugh, celebrate, and enjoy. Okay, that's what life is about. They say, Pohala no they finish, put them for corner air, and then you move on. Let's take a musical break. We wait for your contributions while we savor this Makosa piece. It's Friday and we do old school. Who should apologize in a relationship after an argument, a fight, or a squabble, and why? Okay, back up your points with a reason so that it's a little bit witty. Shout out to all fans of this program. We cannot be here and do it perfectly without you being out there. Stay with us.
Mon père m'a donné le nom de Belka Toby. Les belles femmes m'appellent la méga, la giga, la bio, web, terrasse. Feu. Maybe for me, Diego, me bomb and gonda yaga. Maybe for me, Diego, me bomb and gonda kuku. Mengonda yen lam yabo madama moliko. Mais chérie, je t'aime yabo madama moliko. Mengonda yen lam yabo madama moliko. Baby, I love you, Nyaboma Bangamoniko. Abena me kuku, azona me kaka. Azona me kaka, abena me kuku. Gomba koko ibina imedian gombe. Gomba koko olede. Gomba koko ibina imedian gombe. Gomba koko olede. Me barandinga misinga yem. Meke me pam ya kinge boxo. Masangontom ojam ni bombe diengome. Asere sanja anyueli boyini mo. Atere ya libeli banye pam. Nyapelga tobi ton le mengango. Ngomba koko ibina imediengombe. Ahome ya kine bakoko. Kilolo non bebe me pam ya kine bakoko. Masango kinga, ojam ni bombe diengombe. Mengomba koko ibina imediengombe. Nyamange nunu likolango ambe. Melikolango ambe ndili kwa la bonne. Koko ibina imediengombe. Mon koko olede. Mon koko ibina imediengombe. Mon koko olede. Sac. Mustafa Mborlen yawe nonye babama. Reminde waye. Ayab Martin yawe nongo.
You're welcome back to the studio, beautiful one there from Belka Toby. We did enjoy it. Desmond, thank you very much. Who should apologize first after a fight in a relationship, and why do you think so? All right, let me start with Nora. Nora, the need to tender an apology when in a relationship, how important it is to say, I am sorry, or I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, because most people, it's like, is it that they don't have the grace to apologize, or is it that they are just full of themselves?
Let me start by answering why it's important.
Okay.
It's important because it shows that you have some values. You're well brought up. You're raised. Of course, you're raised with values. Because it's so difficult to say I'm sorry. It's very difficult for some people to say. But I think that this is like when you're growing, as parents, as you're living with children, I think that those are the things, the basics that you should inculcate in your children from that very tender age. To say I am sorry and to say thank you, to appreciate. I think that it shows that you were well raised, you were well brought up by decent parents with whom you can look up to as role models. Yeah. Now going to the question. In a relationship, you should apologize first after after a fight.
Yeah.
Well, Eileen, if you're the one who looked for trouble, you're the offender. You should be able to say I'm sorry.
So whether you are the man or the woman.
Of course.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
If you get into a fight and you know that, now you convince yourself that
I was
wrong, you should be able to say I'm sorry. It doesn't take a strand out of your hair. And for the fact that it's difficult for most. It's not only men.
Yeah.
It's not only men. Even some women, especially, I don't want to call the person who's looking at me.
Let's say even on a
Why are you laughing?
Nora, even on a friendly basis.
This girl, she cannot say.
Even on a friendly basis, it's always hard for someone to say
I'm sorry.
After, let's say, with you and your friend or your colleague,
Yeah.
you had a squabble, or your sister,
Yeah.
the first person to say I'm sorry. Why is it always so hard? Even when you know that you're the one
to say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just it's like I don't know whether it's just difficult to come out from the people from their mouths to humble yourself. I don't know why it affects them in some way. I don't understand. But I think that you have a problem with somebody, it's just okay to say I'm sorry. And sometimes if that I'm sorry does not come and then you need peace. Sometimes you get into a fight with somebody and the person can't say I'm sorry, and then you get this tension develops, and it's just okay for you to say I'm sorry. I mean, for the person who is not the offender, who is not the cause of the problem, excuse me, just say I'm sorry and let peace reign. It's very important. We all need peace. We all want peace, and we need a conducive, environment, peaceful environment for things to grow, for that friendship to be nurtured, for your relationship to be nurtured, and not, getting into tense, sometimes it drags and then even leads to enmity because one person cannot say I'm sorry. I think that's very easy. It's just to say I am sorry. You get just to say I am sorry.
Yeah. Gladys, I feel like somebody's guilty on this set. But anyways, let's continue. Nora, maybe you add something later.
I will.
The program continues. Let's take this reaction. Good morning to you all in the studio. The man should be the first one to apologize because he is the head of the relationship and thus should be putting things in order. But ladies should not capitalize on that. Akko Godlove from Kumba. Akko Godlove. I don't know how many men think like
one man to be the head of the family.
But this is coming from the man. No, it's not a woman who said it. It's a man.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Akko Godlove from Kumba. So
okay.
If a man is saying, isn't that it's a special
I beg men learn sense.
Reason like this,
Men learn sense.
Exactly, because he's making a pertinent point, Gladys, that because you are the head of the family, you should be the wise one. Because I always say that you who say I'm sorry, you try to create peace, is bigger than that other person who wants to pull the fight, who wants to pull the squabble. And we all know the nature of women. They are good at doing such things. Gladys, can you tell us what you think about today's topic?
I really did not want to be on this set today.
Yeah.
I really did not want to be on this set today to discuss this particular one.
Can you tell me why?
Yeah, because
tell us why.
Nora, it is so difficult,
for you,
especially for those of us who are always right. Yes. So, it's very difficult to say I'm sorry because no matter the situation, in our mind, we are right.
Yeah.
In our mind, it's the other person who is wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. So at that point of time, we are fighting the position of the winner. You know,
Yes.
I must be the winner.
Yeah.
I am the one who is right.
Yes.
I am not doing any mistake.
wrong, yeah.
So at the end of the day, you are the one supposed to say you are sorry. Me, I don't.
You don't know how to do that. But you know what?
It is heavy.
Do
It
you
is
know what
heavy.
pleases me? The fact that you have realized that this is how you are. Because some persons will not even get to the realization that I am sometimes wrong and I cannot say I'm sorry. Even when I'm arguing and I'm dying on my points, in the back of my head, I know that I am the wrong one.
No,
but I still want
the
to
problem
prove a
is that
point.
in your back of your mind, you know that you are wrong.
Yeah.
But in my own back of
You
my
know that
mind,
you're right.
no, I am right. I am always
that
right.
is-
So I am not seeing any reason for me
That's
to
a
come and
big
tell
issue, eh?
that's
That's a very big
I am
issue.
not the only person like that. Oh. I'm a colleague. I'm a colleague on this set, you know.
Okay. On the other side of the glass.
We are fighting with it, you know.
Okay.
It is not as if I don't know. I know it.
That's why I say I'm happy
yes.
that you know it.
Wait, I know that it is important to say I am sorry,
Yeah.
but yet the thing is heavy.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, it is heavy.
So are you trying to tell us that you don't have the grace of saying I'm sorry?
It is
that
very
it?
important to say sorry,
Yeah.
but it is difficult for some of us that are always
God
right.
did not just put it in your
No,
mouth.
it's not God. That's us.
Okay, you did not just
Yes,
put
it's
it
just
in your mouth.
on appelle ça comment?
Believe?
On appelle ça comment? La haute estime de soi
Ah,
qui n'est pas bon.
okay.
Une trop haute estime de soi qui n'est pas bon. C'est un problème. Donc la majorité
Is
des
it
personnes.
natural? Can we call that as natural?
Je vais dire, certainement, ce sont peut-être les situations de l'enfance, des choses vécues dans l'enfance qui peuvent amener certaines personnes à devenir ainsi, à développer cette carapace, cette couverture-là pour se défendre et se protéger.
Ah ouais.
Oui, mais ce n'est pas que tu es né naturellement comme ça, non. Parce que tout le monde, quand tu nais, on te donne la direction.
Yeah.
C'est pourquoi la Bible dit enseigne à l'enfant la voie qu'il doit suivre et quand il sera grand, il va pas se détourner. Parce que c'est un processus. On doit enseigner. Et quand on enseigne, l'enfant prend la forme. Mais maintenant, lorsque il n'y a pas l'information, tu vas être déformé. Si on ne t'informe pas, tu seras déformé.
Most definitely.
Voilà, donc du coup, tu vas, comment je vais dire, prendre une information ailleurs. Tu vas regarder ce que les autres font et tu vas prendre ça et ça va devenir une habitude chez toi. Et lorsque ça devient une habitude chez toi, ça devient difficile de t'en séparer. Ça devient vraiment difficile. C'est pourquoi beaucoup de personnes ont un gros problème à dire je suis désolé. Pardonne-moi, je suis désolé. Nora a dit quelque chose tout à l'heure. Celui qui est le plus grand, c'est celui qui est capable de dire je suis désolé. Qui est capable de maintenir la paix. Parce que c'est ça l'essentiel. Lorsque tu dis je suis désolé, il y a quelque chose qui se passe. C'est que les cœurs s'apaisent. Et la Bible dit une parole douce apaise la tension.
Yes.
Et c'est très normal d'être cette personne-là qui apporte la paix. Cette personne-là qui apporte la convivialité. Mais maintenant, pour certaines personnes, c'est difficile à cause de la manière dont elles ont grandi. Et maintenant, il faudrait amener ces personnes-là à se détacher de ça progressivement. Ce n'est pas par fight, c'est pas par la force. Parce qu'il y a certaines personnes qui se retrouvent... Il y a certaines personnes qui se retrouvent dans un couple avec quelqu'un qui ne dit jamais désolé.
Yeah.
Qui ne dit jamais excuse-moi, pardonne-moi. Jamais, jamais, ça ne sort jamais de leur
They
bouche.
always want to create, I don't know, they always
But
want
for
to...
some people, I think it's just unnecessary pride. That ego, you
Yeah.
don't want to be the one to
They're
be
always
heard saying, I'm so,
defensive.
yes, you're always on the defensive. You don't want to
Yeah.
be the one to say, I'm so. For some people, it's just pride.
The point,
It's
like-
just pride. It's not like a weakness. It's
It's
pride. Pride. It's
Mais
just
quand on
pride.
parle de pride, c'est une faiblesse.
Yeah.
C'est une faiblesse. C'est un problème. L'orgueil, c'est pas bon.
Ouais.
Yeah, of
C'est
course.
l'orgueil. Et l'orgueil n'est pas bon.
Yeah.
Parce que dans l'orgueil, tu peux te retrouver en train de faire beaucoup de choses.
A lot.
Tellement de choses. La dernière fois, j'écoutais en fait, j'étais à un programme, un séminaire, et une femme pasteur, elle était en train d'enseigner, de donner les caractères d'une femme, d'une épouse, comment maintenir la paix dans un foyer et tout. Et par après, elle a donné le témoignage d'une femme qui était la femme d'un évêque au Ghana et qui a décidé de partir du mariage. Et tout le monde a commencé à castiguer l'évêque. mais comment un évêque peut divorcer? Comment un pasteur peut divorcer et tout ça et tout ça? Mais quelques années après, elle a écrit un livre où elle disait que, en fait, elle n'aurait jamais dû quitter son mari. Que c'était une erreur à elle parce qu'elle n'a pas su gérer la situation, elle n'a pas su dire pardon, elle n'a pas su apporter le calme, elle n'a pas su maintenir l'appel à la stabilité, elle n'a pas su le faire. Mais ça prend beaucoup de temps pour certaines personnes de réaliser ça et parfois tu te retrouves en train de perdre beaucoup de choses. Ça ne te sert à rien de garder l'ego et de souffrir, franchement. Ça ne te sert absolument à rien de dire ok, moi c'est moi, je ne demande pas pardon, mais tu souffres et tu es en train de perdre quelque chose. Ça ne te sert absolument à rien. En fait, tu es perdant. Cette femme, après 10 ans, elle a regretté, elle a perdu son foyer et il n'y a pas de retour en arrière parce que le monsieur il est déjà marié.
Maintenant que c'est une faiblesse, on gère ça comment, Gwladys?
Tu travailles dessus. Première des choses, il faut identifier que tu as ce problème.
And accept it, because if you don't accept, the moment you don't accept, it will be difficult for you to even work on it. You have to accept that this is a weakness. Yes, you have to accept it.
Tu dois
Then you
d'abord
can work on
identifier
it.
que tu as ce problème-là.
Yeah, because handling a partner who has that problem could really be difficult.
It's difficult.
Tu sais ce qui m'a fait réaliser que j'ai ce problème? C'est parce que j'ai été dans une relation avec quelqu'un qui a passé son temps à me dire désolé.
Wow.
Excuse-moi. Je suis désolée. Ok, ça va, on laisse tomber, ça va, c'est fini. Mais puis je me suis posé la question, mais pourquoi est-ce que
You never do
c'est
it.
toujours toi qui dis que désolé?
Alors que c'est
Bon, mais tu sais pourquoi est-ce que ça m'est venu à l'esprit? Parce que moi j'aime gagner. Donc du coup, donc du coup c'était un problème pour moi que mais la personne en train de me gagner a tout le temps me dit désolé, 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 désolé. C'est la personne qui est en train de me gagner. Donc il faudrait que certainement j'ai un problème à dire désolé. Et je me suis rendu compte qu'effectivement, ça pesait dans ma bouche. Ça pesait dans ma bouche. C'est bien qu'au jour d'aujourd'hui, j'ai pris la résolution de commencer à dire désolé. Même pour rien que je dis désolé.
Open eye. This girl, she's an open eye.
Tu sais, ça dépend, comme j'ai dit, de comment tu as grandi. L'environnement dans lequel tu as grandi.
Yeah.
Comment est-ce que tu as dû te battre, te protéger et tu continues à vivre avec ça. Donc, tu as l'impression qu'il faut tout le temps que tu te battes, il faut tout le temps que tu te protèges. Tu ne dois jamais baisser la garde. Il ne faut pas que l'autre prenne avantage de toi. Il ne faut pas que l'autre sache que tu es vulnérable. Mais c'est un problème. En voulant cacher ta vulnérabilité, tu te retrouves en train de perdre beaucoup de choses et tu te retrouves en train de faire beaucoup de mal autour de toi. Ce qui n'est pas nécessaire. Alors que si tu te rends compte qu'en fait, dans la vie, celui qui est supérieur même, c'est celui-là qui dit désolé. Je suis désolé. Pardonne-moi. C'est lui qui est supérieur.
Ou les yeux de l'homme ou quoi? Je vais comprendre bien.
Je ne suis pas au ciel ici.
No,
je suis sur la terre.
Parce que, let me just interrogate them. Because, okay, let me say like I'm on the defendant for those who find it difficult to say sorry because they need to uphold their pride.
For the same
No, I think they were talking about somebody else. Now, you see, because I know one reason why many people who have it difficult to say sorry is because they don't want to bring down their ego.
Yes.
Which is also a necessity listen.
I am sorry.
Listen. Humanly speaking, there is a level of your pride that will not come down. That will
Even
not
when
be.
you are wrong in something.
No, I'm not saying when you are wrong. We are talking about, because she was at the point of saying that you, the one who says sorry, is the more mature one, is the bigger one, and all of that.
It's true.
Which means that at the end of the day, whether you are the defendant or whether you're the offender or you are the offended, you should still be the one to say sorry because you want to uphold the title of the big one.
No, not for the title.
Or to maintain
the peace.
Yes, to maintain peace and still be called the big one.
No, that you are getting it wrong.
When we say
you are getting it very wrong.
You gain a grace from God, not from humans.
That's why I was coming to understand something.
Wait. You know the problem of Dolly. Her problem is that she always be the one to gain. You understand?
Yeah.
She always want to be in the gain situation. That's why she is like, so for me to be the bigger one, I should be the one to say sorry. You are getting?
No.
That's where the problem lives. That's where the problem is. Because you are not seeing the comment on appelle ça, l'essence de
d'être la grande personne.
Non, l'essence de maintenir la paix. Tu n'as pas vu l'essence de maintenir la paix, mais ce que tu as vu, c'est la position du grand. Ce n'est pas ça le target. C'est pas ça le target. Le target, ce n'est pas la position du grand. Le target, c'est de maintenir la paix. C'est ça qui est l'objectif. Mais c'est ce que Dolly n'est pas en train de comprendre.
C'est toi qui n'as pas compris ce que j'ai entendu parler. Attends un peu.
Okay.
I'm not speaking French. Maybe my French was bad all that time.
Okay.
This is my point.
Okay.
Now, there is this name which is given to somebody who has the grace or who comes to the realization of knowing the importance of saying sorry, which is at the end of the day to create peace, right?
Yeah.
And it makes you now to be called the mature one.
Yes.
Now, my question is on that mature one. Is it man that sees you mature or as mature, or that maturity or the big one, is it in the eyes, that classification, is it in the eyes of God? Because at the end of the day, they say there are people who take people's leniencies for granted. You know what that phrase means?
Yes.
Which means that if you are in a situation or in a situation or whatsoever, friendship or whatsoever, where you develop the character because you are mature and you know the importance of saying sorry, just like you were saying, you are giving and for granted. Meanwhile, you know that you are doing the right. But then why would I say that you're taking for granted? In the sense that somebody keeps on, maltreating or treating you, abusing of your rights. Meanwhile, you also have a voice to stand at some point to say that, listen.
The legacy.
Listen.
You are in the legacy position.
The question now, is it right from a religious point of view or from a moralistic point of view?
Let me answer you straight to the point. When people came and asked Jesus, are we supposed to give money or not to Caesar? What was his answer?
Give to Caesar,
what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. In this case, you are in a society ruled by some guides, and you should be able to respect them and work with them so that your community should be at peace and grow. That is the essence of life. The essence of life is not for you to go to church every day and then yet around you there is no peace. You understand? That's not the essence of life. It makes no sense for you to go to the church and sing and pray every day, but yet around you there is no peace. When you are somewhere, you should be able to be the person that brings peace. You take it on you
as a challenge.
You take it on you. You absorb it.
You don't try
but
to
it doesn't mean that you can go off at times. Why? Because you are a human being, and as a human being, you are with flesh. Yes, you are with flesh, and sometimes you can be pissed off. It is very normal, and people will still understand it at the end of the day. But when you have in the back of your mind that I am right, and because I am right, I should be, the other person should be the one to accept that I am right. You are getting it wrong. Obviously.
And I think it's also related to another Bible verse where Jesus said, if somebody spanks you, whereas maybe you were the right one, you should tell the other chick for him to spank it as well. I think it's almost related because Christians have
those
a way
stories
of doing
of
things.
Humility.
Christians have a way of looking at life different from people who don't believe in Christ. Let's put it like that. People who don't take these teachings at heart. If you're not a Christian, if you don't take these teachings at heart, it will not mean nothing to you. You will slap me and I'll bust your eye. Like the Chinese people, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Exactly. But a Christian will say, do I also have to stoop low? Do I also have to do what Gwladys did to me to prove a point that because you did this, then I have to do this as well? then we're going to have more conflicts.
Le problème
and that was taking me to, you know, talking from a general perspective.
Yeah.
Not, you know, looking at it just, you know, from a Christian background.
Okay.
Because from the point of view of you being the mature one and the reasonable one and the big one, it is what somebody who is not guided by, you know, religious principles would never understand or even buy with you.
He'll take you for being a fool.
A weakling. Exactly. And that's exactly what is happening in society.
True.
But you see, at the end of the day, I still buy with, you know, the points that you people have raised here, that you being the mature one is also, you know, it's worth it. It's true that, you know, for most Christians, it will be like, okay, when you do this, first of all, normally the Bible says that God restrains the proud, and, you know, he brings down the proud, and obviously, you know, uplifts the humble. Yeah, those are values, you know. But for someone who is not a Christian, that was my concern. How do you help them, you know, come out of this position? Because just telling somebody that if you say sorry, you are the mature one, and the person is like a prequel.
Okay, let me answer you.
You see,
and there is
let me answer.
There's a grace that comes.
Let me answer, Dolly.
Yeah.
When you are living with somebody who does not have a Christian background, like he doesn't know what the Bible says, all those things. What you do is that you teach the person by the way of life that you are living. If you live with somebody that hurts you every day, and every day that the person is hurting you, you are bringing peace to the person. At the end of the day, the person will get tired. He will get tired. He will get tired. That's normal. That is normal. That's why we say in church that it is better to teach people by your activity, by what you are doing, than by what you are saying.
Thank you.
Because what people are looking up to is
what you give out.
Yes. How you are acting.
Yeah, not praying from morning to night.
No, that one
doing
it is not.
All of
it is
that,
not.
And then you cannot even extend a hand of grace or love to
really
your neighbors or the person you meet on the street.
Like really, you cannot forgive. You cannot. It make no sense at the end of the day.
Of the Good Samaritan.
Yeah, it make no sense at the end of the day. We should know that at the end of the day, all of we human beings are made from God. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, whether you are accepting it or not,
we are
at the
God.
end of the day, you will still have something inside of you that will tell you that, hey, I have overheard this person.
Everybody has a
You know, I have overheard
God that they are talking about every day.
I have overheard this person. J'ai tellement fait du mal à cette personne. Il faut que je m'arrête aussi. Oui. Et tu continues.
La personne
va s'arrêter. La personne va s'arrêter automatiquement. Et puis tu vas avoir l'impression que, attends, pour finir, c'est cette personne-là qui commence à te dire sorry. Sorry. Et puis tu as gagné quelqu'un. Tu as gagné quelqu'un. Tu as transformé quelqu'un. Tu as pris le défaut de quelqu'un, tu as transformé ça en qualité. C'est pourquoi je ne suis pas trop de ceux-là qui castiguent d'autres personnes. Lorsque tu découvres un défaut sur quelqu'un, tu t'accroches dessus, tu castigues la personne, ça n'aide pas cette personne du tout. La meilleure des choses à faire, c'est de réfléchir comment est-ce que tu peux aider cette personne à sortir de cette condition-là. C'est ça en fait. Lorsqu'on parle, on parle de Christ qui paraît en toi, et toi tu parais dans la gloire. On parle de quoi? On parle de toi qui te transforme en Christ au travers de tes attitudes. Et chacun de nous a un problème, chacun de nous a ses défauts, a son péché mignon. Et la meilleure manière pour nous de sortir de là, c'est que nous devons nous entraider chacun pour pouvoir sortir de là. C'est pourquoi dans un couple, si tu as l'impression que ton partenaire est celui-là qui ne demande jamais pardon, est celui-là qui a toujours raison, accepte d'avoir tort. À la fin, tu vas te rendre compte que la personne, ça va laver son cerveau.
Of course.
Ça va laver son cerveau. Ça peut prendre le temps que ça va prendre, mais ça va finir par laver son cerveau et la personne va changer. Mais si tu vas employer la force, tu vas employer la brutalité, ça ne va vous mener à rien. Chacun va tirer le couteau, la corde de son côté, et à la fin, la corde, elle va finir par se couper. Parce que plus on tire, je tire, tu tires, je tire, tu tires, la corde, elle va se couper, et puis vous allez tomber. Et vous n'avez pas progressé. ça va continuer ainsi, ça va être la routine. Peu importe l'autre personne que cette personne va aller rencontrer, le même caractère va toujours sortir, va toujours revivre.
Yeah.
Pourquoi? Parce que c'est déjà une carapace en cette personne. Et or, tu n'as pas aidé cette personne à sortir de là. Donc c'est pourquoi on parle de sacrifice. L'amour est sacrificiel. Lorsque tu rentres en relation avec quelqu'un, rentre dans cette relation en sachant que je m'en vais là-bas me sacrifier pour cette personne. Ça choque, hein, ça fait mal à l'oreille. Mais c'est la vérité.
Si tu ne fais pas,
si tu ne peux pas te sacrifier, tu ne peux pas soutenir une relation. C'est impossible. C'est difficile. Même les relations simples, amis, simples, platoniques, si tu ne peux pas te sacrifier, tu ne peux pas avoir une relation. Et si tu vas avoir une relation qui va faire des années et des années et des années, il y a tellement de sacrifices qui se sont donnés dans cette relation. Moi, j'ai l'habitude de parler de l'amitié de ma cousine et sa copine. Je t'assure, je leur donne un coup de chapeau. Oui, parce que c'est difficile de nos jours de voir des gens être amis pendant autant d'années. On parle ici de 22 ans d'amitié. C'est pas 2 jours. Donc, elles sont amies depuis l'école maternelle. Non, il faut comprendre que il y a eu tellement de sacrifices. Ce n'est pas que l'autre n'a pas blessé l'autre ou bien l'autre n'a pas fait des coups bas à l'autre, mais il y a eu des sacrifices. Il y a eu toujours une personne qui a dit ok, je prends sur moi. Il y a toujours l'autre à un autre temps qui va dire ok, elle a toujours trop pris sur elle, laisse-moi aussi prendre sur moi. Et elle s'avance comme ça. Et c'est ça en fait la relation. La relation humaine, ce n'est pas quelque chose qu'on acquiert en un jour. C'est quelque chose qu'on bâtit au fil des années. Et ça prend le temps que ça prend.
Of course.
Mais il faut toujours avoir en toi le désir de prendre sur toi pour permettre à cette relation-là de vivre. On ne peut pas avoir une relation de qualité sans sacrifice. Ce n'est pas possible. Si tu veux avoir une relation de qualité, il faut prendre les sacrifices. Beaucoup de personnes qui disent qu'ils n'ont pas d'amis, c'est parce qu'ils ne prennent pas de sacrifices. Ils sont pas patients du tout. Ils sont pas patients avec les autres. Donc si tu apportes un caractère qu'ils ne donnent pas avec pour eux, bah, ils t'ont déjà classé.
And especially if you're not willing to change, you know that you have this weakness, and instead of working on it, you just think that no, I have too much ego, there's so much pride, and I cannot descend that low, and then you just it's difficult to maintain relationships in life.
Let's get this reaction and then hear from Dolly. Hello and good morning to you all. I am Derek Foka from Kumba, newly out Fiango. To me, the woman should apologize first because women are the ones who look for trouble. Derek, take it easy on women. I beg. Hope Fiango is quiet this morning. Love to you all out there. Another man has come to say woman should be the one to look, to say I'm sorry, and because we are the ones that always look for trouble. Okay, greetings to you in the studio. The topic is really important, as now it is good when you are faulty. You should be the one to apologize first, but women will always want their men to apologize after a fight being provoked by them. Okay, thank you for your reaction. We're going to get more later. Let's hear from Dolly. Dolly, I have 2 worries for you before you react to today's topic of the discussion. All right. In a situation where you apologize and the person on the other hand doesn't want to accept your apology or is adamant to forgive, and or what do we do? And what do you think are some of those defects that can come from failing to forgive or to apologize to one's partner?
Let's start with the first option, or the first question, which says that what do you do if you are tendering an apology to somebody and they are adamant to receive or accept your apology? The first thing is that that person is not God, The person is not God. And I know what the Bible also says about, trying to make peace with a brother or a sister who might have wronged you or whom you've wronged. Okay, when you do it once, the person doesn't listen. The Bible advises that call the elders in the church and present the matter to them. Where you can, there is a biblical quotation which says that you bring the matter now to that situation. If the brother is still not willing or the sister is still not willing to make peace with you, then you dust your feet off and leave it at that level.
In a situation where it's out of church, what do we do? let's say I might be from this church, you are from another church where we cannot.
She mentioned something. She said, okay, because first of all, as a Christian, for those of us who are Christians, you are not conformed by the standards of the world. You are renewed by what? The word of God, the renewal of your mind. So that's what now transforms the world out of you. Because it's from your lifestyle or your behavioral pattern that will be capable, to transform the person who is not yet in Christ. But that notwithstanding, Eileen, even the Bible still says it that what's that biblical passage again that talks about walking with ungodliness, you understand?
Yeah.
Because if at the end of the day, because it's not like you are forcing something which will not also be of good value to you. What does the Bible say? A bad companion ruins good manners.
Yeah.
So if you are forcing yourself to something which will also ruin, not all friendships or relationships must be encouraged. At the end of the day, we must know that.
For sure.
So if you are asking somebody to apologize to forgive you, and they are refusing, to accept your apology, it definitely tells you that there is a problem here. First, you cannot force friendship. Sacrifice is different from you wanting or forcing somebody, imposing.
No, it's different.
It's different. Sacrifice is like, okay, I can accept your defaults, and we work together. But you coming to impose yourself into somebody's life that
does not want you.
Exactly.
No, it's a no.
Because even Jesus Christ himself, when he went, there were places where he went to, and they did not receive him, and and he even encouraged people that you dust your feet and you leave. So because you are a Christian, it does not mean that you'll be a mumu. Let me put it like that.
True.
So at that point, that's how I think it can be handled. First of all, if the person is a believer like you, take the matter to the church, whether it's your husband or whosoever, and if the elders of the church try to put things in order and it's still not working, sometimes even in the relationship, it's good for you to split a bit. Maybe in the course of time, you keep on praying for them. As a believer, you don't give up on people. Keep on praying for them and leave the rest to God.
Okay.
Now, on the other hand, you asking me, what's the next question we had again?
Defects that could come from not forgiving your partner, or even tabling an apology. Let's even before even getting to forgiving. Tendering an apology, because most people will not want to apologize because they don't feel like I need to forgive this person. All right, the first thing is that pride is born in all of this. Whether you are the defender, whether you're the offender or you are the offended, pride is born. The reason why an apology cannot come up is because of pride. Because at the end of the day, even if you have been offended and it has been preached here already, you still have the possibility to say you are sorry and to teach that person who doesn't know. But because you also have pride and you don't see yourself stooping low, you will let it go, and the other person, because he is not aware or she is not aware of this knowledge that you have already acquired, doesn't even know. At the end of the day, you are the one who is aware of what to do and you haven't done it, who is making now the big consequence, which is leading to the destruction of the relationship. And that's the biggest cause as to why if somebody does not apologize, or if you do not accept another person's apology, that's what could end up at the end of the day. That's the biggest cause. The next thing, I take it from a biblical point of view. The truth is that when you wrong somebody, even the Bible says confess your sins to one another. We must be able to tell, if I hurt you, I must be able to say sorry. I must be able to do that. And then the next part is that if I wrong somebody and the person rather tells me sorry, the Bible says it will build what? Shame, disgrace in me. Because when the Bible says that love your enemies and show them love, if somebody hurts you, the Bible says instead give the positive aspect to that person. It will make them burn in disgrace and shame. For some people, they are so proud that they will not show you, but I tell you, every night 12 a.m. that is a good time. Don't bother. Don't bother. Have you ever sat, you just sit somewhere and somebody comes and I say, why did you disturb me so? You haven't done anything to them. You understand? You once had like a clash sometime and you felt like it was all ended, and you leave it, you're going on with your life, you're happy, you feel relieved because you've already removed the burden of, I was having you in my mind, I was a grudge, you are free. But they whom you've tendered an apology to, they are like, why is this person? They begin to envy you. See, that's how transformation starts now, when you show the light to the dark world. Exactly. So when they start burning now with anger and regret, remorse and rage and all of that, they tend to start coming back like they want to accuse or fight you and all of that. Still give a positive reproach, because by doing that, that's how you are transforming them. Sometimes it's not all about the preaching, because there are people who come to church and sleep, they'll not hear. You lead by example. Gwladys has said it, Nora has said it. You show the light where there is darkness as believers in particular. Somebody was telling me this morning that you should act like the foolish foolish one. Act
Exactly.
The fool.
Be the fool.
Yeah.
I understand. Be the fool to obtain it. Whether you are a religious person or you're a moralist or you are whosoever, the message we are passing out here is that if you say these 3 phrasal word, I am sorry, it will not remove a strand of hair from your body, your hair, or whatsoever. This lie, this cliche that is called that, it's a lie for many people who don't know that if you say sorry, they'll look at you to be cheap. No, that's not what makes you cheap. People get it wrong. True. There is a difference. If you how will I put it, if you undermine my position, if you disrespect me, there is a difference in you undervaluing my potential than you hurting me and not saying sorry. Those are 2 different things. For instance, let me break it down. If I'm in a place and you come to this environment and you said, Dolly, you're not supposed to be here, don't you see the kind of people who are here? It is not difficult for me to walk up to you and say that, don't tell me that, don't say that to me. It is very right to express your worries. You accepting a default or saying sorry, being sorry, does not mean that you are cheap, does not mean that you don't know your worth, does not mean that you don't know your rights. No, if somebody abuses of your rights, tell them what they have done to their face. Not telling somebody, like confiding that, oh, see what they did to me. That's making you now cheap. That's the difference. You being able to stand for yourself, telling somebody that what you did, I did not like it. Is totally different from somebody where you have a clash with somebody and you walk up to them and tell them that you are sorry. And the difference is that when you say you are sorry, put your head up high. When I say put your head up high, don't come and say you are sorry like you are timid. You understand? Let me take, especially in the case of a relationship. Now you are a girl and you are with a boy. You understand? There is an issue in that relationship. This is how you come to tell somebody that you are sorry in case there's a problem that seems, unresolvable. You come and tell them that, dear, do you think it's worth it? You start by telling them, you understand why you are coming to that apologetic place. Do you think for us to be fighting is really worth it? I think I'm way more bigger than that. Listen, I think I'm way more bigger. Listen, you're way more bigger than that, but you can. For somebody, it might look like it's provocative. It is not. It is not pride.
It's unfortunate
that it's not pride.
Down.
It is not pride. Men always take the lead. Women hardly take that lead.
To say sorry.
So? I think it's the reverse.
When to say sorry.
No, men always say sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She has gotten me. Have not
men
gotten
always
men
say sorry.
quickly say
yeah.
it than women.
Even when they know that
they are not at fault. They are the
always
ones
say
who are
sorry.
always
To
the
me,
peacemakers.
these cases, they vary. There are people, I just know that it depends. At the end of the day, we're talking about character formation and background and knowledge that you've acquired that can, easily help you to say these words.
Because if it's a man who chases a woman,
yeah,
women always feel like he should be
the
the one
to say that
or saying sorry
I should
because
keep my pride as a woman. Wait. We women, we always have it in our brain that okay, I am the woman here,
so
and he is the one to come and tell me that I am sorry, so that I should feel the important person that I am.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, and it always rule like that.
Yes.
Exactly. In fact, at the end of the day, you see, Eileen, the truth is that in any relationship or whenever a fight occurs, that's the first thing I want to tell somebody, and the reason why I will not say that this sex should be the one to say sorry is because when a squabble occurs, a fight or whatsoever, the first truth is that the two of you are wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the first. Exactly, the two of you are wrong. It is not
misunderstanding
who caused
some way.
it. It is not who caused it. It is how you handled it before it got to the level of different differentiation in reasoning and
now
all
you
of
have
that.
come back and answer again what you were saying.
So
that somebody will come and tell
day,
you that you are not supposed to be here. You will go and talk to the person that you are not supposed to tell me that. How did you handle it when the person come and tell you that Dolly, you are not supposed to be there? How did you handle it?
You tell me that. Listen, peacefully.
Yes.
We're making this like it's too hard.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to situate a place also where, because as human beings, you also have, I don't know how to call it, I don't want to use the word your ego because that will still, it will still make pride.
Have it.
Now, okay, that particular ego, the ego that is necessary to maintain your stamina as a human being is what I'm talking about.
No. I am no.
Okay, should be 30%. When you get more than 30%,
No.
I'm telling you.
You know, there are some people that have ego, like 200%, you know, and it is a no.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, ladies, I think we are really, you know, at the end of the day, nobody is ever right, nobody is ever wrong in a relationship. That's what every couple should know. And it is not the duty for a particular sex to come and say, I'm sorry. Please be mature enough. If you value your relationship so much as I value you, to whom I'm talking with, please always inculcate the habit, you know, to walk up to your partner to say you are sorry. Whether you are the offender or you are the offended, please adopt the attitude of saying sorry.
Don't go like Dolly was saying that. Do you think that is worthy for us to have? No, when you want to say sorry, Dolly, please
just say sorry. Don't say sorry. Don't start beating about the bush to say you're sorry. And another thing, you know, there are some people who can hardly say I'm sorry, but they will do things to show you that they are sorry, but they can't say I am sorry.
Exactly. Don't say it's okay.
Look,
it's okay. You flowers.
Good. Or just say, okay, let's go out for a walk.
Good. Those are the mild techniques that you people are taking. I'm looking for one I'm sorry that you tell somebody and they will learn a lesson.
You can't just
that
method, the best way to go about it is tell the person, you know, something the way they talk and they bring man shame back inside her. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's worth it?
Sorry.
Do you think it's worth it, Gwladys? We are fighting.
Let's move on. Just embrace the person and it ends there. That's another way of saying I'm sorry. Yeah. Dolly, let's take the COVID-19 updates. To be the hardest one. Yes, we're going to come back to that one. All right, let's quickly get our COVID updates, and then we're going to take a commercial break. Gossip will come after that due to time constraint. Botswana this day counts 146,461 COVID cases as we visit these African countries to tell you how bad COVID-19 is on our continent. So do not minimize the barrier measures out there. The deaths there so far 2,081 and recoveries 134,260. Now coming to Liberia counts 5,459 COVID cases. The death stands at 148 and recoveries 2,715. All right, South Africa. In South Africa, c'est l'apothéose, comme Gwladys a l'habitude de dire. We have 2,652,652 COVID cases in South Africa. So South Africa is, I think, the worst country, in badly hit in Africa, in the continent, and the deaths are 78,694, while recoveries 2,411,753. If you talk to friends and family members in this country, they will tell you that for real, COVID-19 is destroying, people, it's destroying that country, and so we should respect the barrier measures. It's still a health issue. I was wearing my mask to the market the other day, and people were asking me, one or two people, like, est-ce qu'il y a encore le corona? Pourquoi tu portes ça? Il n'y a pas les remèdes de ça. I said, non, c'est un choix personnel. Tu peux faire ce que tu peux, et moi je fais, je gère pour moi comment je veux. Even with my COVID vaccine, I still need to protect myself because we are told that the vaccine protects up to a certain percentage, and so we all must be responsible for the choices we take. A commercial break, keep the reactions coming.
My Black Crown, MBC. We deal in the sales and delivery of top quality American products and accessories for all natural hair care needs. For nappy hair, we sell products and brands such as Hans Jackies, Shea Moisture, Miel Organic, TGIN, Wild Growth Hair Oil, The Manny Choice, Carol's Daughter, As I Am, Kantu, and many more. From shampoos, conditioners, treatment masks, moisturizing butter creams, oils, gels, accessories such as butterfly clamps, perm rods, bonnets, detangling brushes, and many more. My Black Crown, MBC. Our professionalism and experience speaks for itself. The best relationship between price and quality for all classes of the society. Contact WhatsApp 671 12 96 39. Facebook My Black Crown MBC. Instagram My Black Crown MBC. My Black Crown MBC. For the love of our heritage. BT Media is getting better, going further with clearer images. Our channels, My Media Prime, My Movie Africa, French and English, My Music Africa, My Gospel Africa, Real Black 1 and 2 will be upgrading on EMA 17 with frequency 12,333, symbol rate 30,000 on a vertical polarity 17 degrees east. This is to satisfy our consumers who watch our channels for information, entertainment, and education. BT Media Group, building the future.
Welcome back to the studio. We've had so much fun so far. Who should apologize after a fight in a relationship, and why do you think? So many of your reactions, but before we get there, I'm going to hand back the microphone to Gwladys to do gossip due to the time factor.
At the end of the day, who should apologize first in this situation?
Okay.
Alors, c'est une femme de 60 ans qui elle a épousé, ouais, s'est mis en relation. Non, elle a épousé le fils de sa meilleure amie qui a 31 ans. Et sa meilleure amie est tellement fâchée parce qu'elle espérait que son fils épouse une jeune fille avec qui il va faire les enfants et lui donner des petits-fils. Mais c'est sa meilleure amie qui a son âge, donc 60 ans comme elle. Donc, she has got married to the best friend's son, who is 31.
So may I mean, wait.
The woman
is
this
how
is the
old?
first time I'm seeing people speechless.
They are of 60.
Yeah.
Masa.
31.
May even if Namia go vex.
So
You see the demonstration you were doing that day.
Imagine Dolly.
Wait.
Let me just say, for instance, Dolly or Gwladys getting married to Kyle. I don't go vex with him.
Excuse me. Are you not the one who brought the images of an old woman the other day getting married to a very young guy? I was saying that it's just okay. It's love. Love knows no boundaries. Love knows no age.
It's not a
It's another person's child. Who will not be happy?
He's not the friend of that guy's mother.
Eileen, what are we saying here?
That guy is not getting married to the mother's friend. It's different.
different because it's not the.
He's not
So
the mother.
that boy doesn't have a mother too.
Friend.
They are not friends, but does she not have a mother or family member who will be angry?
It's different. If Kaya can get married to a woman,
Some people are just so.
No. Listen, it's something else. If he can get married to a woman that is not my friend, that's something else. That's a different story.
Let's keep known characters aside, because it's like when we look at this thing, we're looking at who Kaya is right now. Still a child, he cannot even.
No, it's
think
just
of
an
that right
example.
now. So now we are taking.
It can happen to anybody.
We are taking this woman's case. You see, the first issue why this is being promoted is a society that we find ourselves in. There is so much liberalization of rights, day and night. As I'm talking to you right now, there are still some rights that are being, passed on the billboard as to be, implemented as human rights. mean, even to make your eye to somebody like that, that's still maybe a human right kind of stuff. So it's a promotion of human right that's also, you know, leading to things like this. And then if you take it in the eyes of law, the first thing they'll look at is this guy is an adult as well, and the woman in question is an adult, and that's how they look at it. It's an adult. He's also an adult. If I don't know, it's an elderly adult. So that's how they look at it. So if the court signs them, you know, if the court signs their marriage legal, then that's why, you know, things like this are happening. But for what I know, this is not too common in our African context. It is not too common. It is instead like the reverse, which is more popular, where the man is, you know, can be of that age and the girl is of that age. But the question will still be asked by moralists or social rights activists. Why will it apply to a man who is older to get married to a younger girl of 16 or whatsoever, and it's bizarre for a woman of that age as well? So you see, because you said, what's that thing you made again? Show us what you made that day on screen. Yeah, that's how the society is now.
Yeah, we have to start greeting people with the back part of our hand.
The reality is that people take
everything like for granted.
For granted.
Yeah. And we don't care now whatsoever we are doing. We are just doing things. If it please me, I don't care at the end of the day. But we should take in consideration one another. Yeah, we should do it. This woman, for the name of God, I am sure that if she was having a son too, and her friend got married to her son,
to others,
she would never be happy with it.
To do to you.
Yeah. If she had a son who get married even to a woman like that, she would have, who is not even her friend, she would have not been happy because
like she will still not be happy. She will not welcome it, of course.
The son will not have children. A woman of 60 years.
How many Sarahs exist these days? Eileen, what are you saying? How many Sarahs do exist these days?
I am Eileen. This woman have put to bed.
These are not things we should promote in the society.
So excuse us with Sarah's story. She's not
those days when Sarah used to exist do not have long gone.
We have heard you people. It's okay, but I think that the choice is between the wife and the man.
Then the friend is angry.
Yes,
we should ask normal. Which is so sorry.
But she cannot choose a wife for the child at this particular point in time because it's a man and things have changed. Times have changed. Exactly. Let them live with their choices. That's my own say. Gwladys, thank you. Yeah, let's get reactions. Yeah, we're running against time. Good morning to you all in the house. It's Emmanuel Muge Ngum in Yaoundé. Normally, apologies is not only for the elders or for men because of the post they occupy. Just as Godlove said, it depends on who is the victim and how willing is the victim to accept your apology. As an elder, when some men try to apologize to their women, it will make them think like they are on the right and they will want everybody to know that you were on the wrong. Don't overthink about what people will think here. Just do what's right. Okay, somebody says, I think the woman should apologize first. All right, you didn't sign. Okay, you say, is Lizette from Limbe. Okay, thank you, Lizette. I think it's the woman because the man is too hard to say sorry. You know, people are talking according to how they have lived. Yeah, according to their experiences, so we can't judge them. Good morning to you all. Problems are abounding in relationships of all sorts, but I do believe that we have got to understand that things are wrong contextually, and we need to identify and know it so as to say sorry. Some people say sorry whereas it's a promise of revenge or vengeance. That's terrible. That's a devil. Good day, ladies. You people too much. Bible, social economy, wow. And okay, we're going to get the rest of your reactions later. I have Clotilde's message. I think I should just take that one before Nora cooks. Good morning, my commandant. Oh, Dolly, look at what you've done. There should be no particular person to apologize first. When you know the worth of your relationship, you wouldn't allow it to collapse just because you think you are not wrong, so you don't apologize. Being the first to apologize doesn't mean you are weakling. It shows your level of maturity, but it's really difficult though, especially when you have to say sorry when you are not wrong. Thank you very much, Clotilde. We're going to get the others after. After we cook. Nora, you have the microphone. Nora has the microphone, please, Desmond.
Okay. Well, sorry. He's just getting heated on set here.
Yeah.
Okay, on the menu today we have yogurt cake.
Okay.
We have yogurt cake. That's what we have
Do you
today.
know what? I'm not happy that Kaya left without me making him cake. And
You
he
can
wanted
bake that
to
cake and
make
take it to Limbe.
Exactly.
You can.
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
We have cake, yogurt cake. No. We in doing our yogurt cake we have the all-purpose flour. You have now in doing cake you need a lot of everything should be measured. It's in measurement. You have 1/2 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of plain yogurt, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoon baking powder, and of course you have 3 eggs. Now you start by greasing your pan, your baking pan of course. You grease your baking pan and then coat it with flour and then keep aside. Then the next thing is to mix. Now you put your vegetable oil in a bowl and then add the plain yogurt, vanilla essence and sugar, and then mix all of this together. That's the vegetable oil, the plain yogurt and the vanilla essence and sugar. You mix everything, mix them well with your, of course you use your whisk, and if you don't have a whisk you can always use the locally made our wooden spoon. We always use our wooden spoon to mix it. After you must have mixed well, then you add your flour and mix again well before adding the baking powder, your salt, the nutmeg and the nutmeg of course. You give it a good mix again until it is well combined. You have a good batter. Then finally, after you have the batter, the properly mixed batter, you add your 3 eggs. You add the eggs not all at the same time. You just add 1 at a time and mix everything well into a very good consistency. Then now you pour your butter into the prepared pan. Before you're putting the butter into the pan, make sure your oven is already you preheat your oven. Then you pour your butter into the prepared pan and then level the top of the butter. Then of course you put the pan with the butter in the preheated oven and let it bake. Let your cake bake for 35 minutes and it is done. After 35 minutes you have this delicious tasty yogurt cake. I love it. I love yogurt cake.
Me too.
I really love yogurt cake. It's so good. It's good.
I love everything that is cake.
Cake, yeah.
Have you ever tasted sponge cake?
No.
You never want it again.
Okay.
All cakes are
not
good.
To have
So
Yogurt
diabetic
cakes are
patients.
quite delicious.
They are good. They are
Yeah.
just so good. Great snacks for children.
Okay.
Great
Thank you very
snacks for
much,
children.
Nora,
We're going
congratulations.
to
Thank
have
you.
that over the weekend, and I guess
The cake
I'll
is
be
right
baking
there
one
in the
anytime
in the.
soon. Yeah, to take to Limbe. All right, let's get these reactions. We have this one. Hello, ladies. Good morning to you all. I'm Ruth America, and I'm in Limbe. I love your program. I got an issue about me. So rude to you ladies, but girls can't still stop loving me, and I want to change. What can I do to change? Gladys, I need help. Gladys, please think about that one. Let me get other reactions. Good morning, my able ladies on the plate. Okay. Platform, that's what you wanted to say. It's Alia from Yaoundé. I just learned today from you guys that men always say sorry first. Never heard of it from my man in 22 years. He's always Mr. Right. Like we said, it's contextual. It would depend on the kinds of person that you're dating and the relationships. Yeah, never get tired to continue to do that. All right, we have our brother, fearless socialist from China with a long one. Okay, let me quickly take that before Dolly does her do. Greetings to you all in the house. The person thinks that he or she is the one who deserves an apology first. So don't wait for the partner to apologize if you are on the wrong side. Don't wait. Make the first step. Apologizing will only increase your self-respect, not diminish it. In a relationship, demanding on the circumstances, mistakes happen very often. By mistakes we are referring to the things or sayings we do and say toward our partner without thinking. Mistakes that can hurt another one but not intentionally can become a routine. Understanding that what we have done or said or say hurts the other person and then feeling better after apologizing is better than continuing a fight until it gets pretty ugly. The one that is the first one to apologize in a relationship probably the one that believes a lot into that relationship. So it doesn't matter if it's the male or female. Asking for forgiveness is also a secret way of promising not to do it again. Apologizing is a second, a third, or maybe a fourth chance is given to you. A promise and another change should not become a habit in this case. Finally, it doesn't matter if it's male or female. Peter Adams, the fearless socialist from China. Thank you very much for your program. He says, really enjoying you all. Thank you very much. We are here for you most definitely. And we have the last slot for the day. It's a lifestyle. The last set of the messages will be read in a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, welcome back. Today we shall be we'll be discussing actually some tips on how to handle conflicts in the relationship. Some few tips on how to handle conflicts or arguments or fights in a relationship. The first thing you should consider doing is that always create, an environment compatible or, welcoming for communication. If you know that you've had a fight or an argument with your spouse, your partner, or whatever the acquaintance may be, give room for an environment for open communication, because there are some people, Eileen, when they have a fight or they have an argument with you, the first thing they do is they block you on social media. That's the worst thing. That's the most stupid and dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So you're blocking that person from social media. Have you blocked them out of your life? It's stupid, right? Thank you. The next thing is maintaining a calm and respectful habit or posture. Maintaining a calm and respectful posture during a heated conversation is one way to show your partner that you are willing for peace, for a resolution towards that situation. You see, there are some partners who never even argue and raise their voice. It's because of understanding they know that, first of all, you are a human being, you are my partner, you are not my subordinate, and I'm not your subordinate, and you are not my subject. So they always have that rapport, you understand. See your partner as a friend, see your partner as one you can communicate with, not as one you can order around, because that's where this whole issue of pride comes in, like who should apologize, who should not apologize. Please treat relationship with some care and love. That's what it's all about. And then the next thing is also watch out for arguments that stem from a need for control. There are arguments where you see the way it's aggravating. Please, it's best for you to leave that place respectfully. Do you know that even leaving an argument could still cause another argument? Yes, there are partners who are too emotionally weak. I'll call it that way, because the ones who get angry are the ones who are emotionally weak. This is not to say I'm insulting any couple. Yeah, exactly. There are partners whom stay quiet. There are partners also, Nora, you will stay quiet and they will see it like you are ignoring them. So you have to understand your partner, know your partner, knowing that if I'm doing this virtue, he will not see it as a vice, or she will not see it as a vice. There are women, we've watched movies, right, where a woman is talking to a man, I'm talking to you, I'm not responding, and it gets to the point where she even gets angry and picks a knife and stabs their husband. There are things that can happen. So you have to understand your partner as well when you want to show them a particular virtue. Just like I was mentioning earlier on, that there are some times where you can tell the person that you think it's worth fighting for. There are partners, you ask that question, they will give you one boza. So know your partner and know how you can approach them. The next thing is find some middle ground. Finding a middle ground is when you have an argument with somebody, do not leave it at the point where it gets to the level where you put the call jackass, where you don't talk anymore. So even in the argument, they say we always disagree to agree. Before you leave the disagreement sleeping the next day, because even the Bible says that be angry, but do not let it sleep over. Exactly. So find a middle ground, a place where you two can understand yourselves, even if you are not immediately, merging again or to be happy, but you know that before you go to the market, you must call A or B that, okay, I've gone to the market. You see, it's from there that, the flow comes back again, because automatically it is not just going to happen like that. But if you are in an argument, before you leave that place, or before you take the option of maybe leaving your partner, try to make sure that at least you are still approachable, because no one is right at the end of the day. And then the next thing we'll be talking about also is agree and to disagree, and do not choose the battle to come between the two of you. Agree to disagree, but do not choose the battle to come between the two of you. What does this mean? That's to say that arguments are also necessary in a relationship. Fights are also necessary in a relationship, because it's from there that you know your partner's likes and dislikes, and that's where you people can easily communicate on how your relationship can move forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are not in any way encouraging fights in relationships, but if you find one, I think these are some tips that can help you overcome a major breakup or a temporary breakup or whatever it is. But for what I know, that shit hurts, so do not let it get to that level.
Awesome, Dolly.
Thank you
very much for educating us on tips to tackle when we are in a squabble with our partners. All right, let's get our last set of messages before we go. Women should apologize all the time, even if they do nothing or do know what they have done. I say I am sorry even if I know I am right. You need to see the look on the man's face. Love go keep me inside. Men don't say sorry. Sorry is made for the woman. Say sorry to him so he can write a check all the time and give to you. Yeah, we need the dollars. Anita Eno, thank you very much. The woman should be the first to apologize. Akum Raymond Ray. Oh, really? Why? You didn't tell us. Peter Key. Good to make people laugh, but poverty limits some people from laughing. No matter how funny a story may be, poverty no fire. I don't get money, but I laugh every day. It's just a blessing for me. Oh yes, Peter says for that young guy to get married to that woman is not a crime. That is his personal life. It is by nature and good behavior that the person who started the fight should apologize to the victim, though some selfish people will start a fight and pretend to be the victim. Gwladys, I think you may one day become a pastor. She is, but how can that be possible? Because I know you are. No, she's not Roman Catholic now. She was by birth, but now she is an apostle, I think. All right. If I follow by your topic, relationship doesn't mean between a man and a woman. It can be friendship. Today we're focusing on love, okay? So Peter Key, next time we'll add love to it. My sister, you think or not, when it's your time to die, you will. The truth is that don't think much. Just enjoy the few days you have on earth. Kings don't apologize to subject. Ngasa Mitterrand, are you serious? What are you talking about? So a queen cannot apologize to his queen? Really? All right. That's all right. We hear you. Thank you all for your great contributions, my ladies. I want to wish you a splendid weekend. Today was, autre shows. I enjoyed the program. I had so much fun. And the televiewers who sent their reactions, thank you also so much. You made the program perfect. Our producer and the broadcasters, I want to say thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you for supporting us this morning. And I love you. And this person said there is nothing wrong to apologize. So just apologize and move on. Nothing will happen to you. Ciao, ciao, and stay connected. More programs coming up. Country News is up next.
Come on now.